guys, it's part 3 of What If Naruto was Madara's grandson. So in this part, we're gonna start for Tazuna. Last part, they just beat Zabuza and went back to Tazuna's house and did the tree walking training. So now now Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura go to the building, the bridge, and basically then, when they're at the bridge, Naruto's asleep. Naruto wakes up to intruders in Tazuna's house and puts Zetsu over him, the swirly Zetsu, and then knocks him out with his sword. And yes, Naruto does have a sword. So then after that, he sinks into the ground, going to where Sasuke is. Then he makes a shadow clone, well, a wood clone, but he can use wood style, and goes by Sasuke. And then Madara, which is Naruto, the real Naruto, as I'm gonna just say Madara. Madara sees Sasuke and tries to defend him, and just does Kamui to all of the mirrors. Then when Haku goes to the next mirror, he uses Kamui again to that mirror, making Haku go right into the floor. Basically run right into the ground. Then Haku tries to throw Senbon, whatever they're called, at Madara. Then it just phases through him. So I didn't discuss it, but the clothing Naruto, the real Naruto, in his Madara form, and normal Naruto wear. So the normal Naruto wears more of a like, you know, in the background, you see the clothes that the white Zetsu Obito is wearing, that kind of like color, in like a robe like the Akatsuki, and with Uchiha crest on the back. And him in his Madara form, he wears more of the same clothes as War Arc Obito. So anyways, then they all face through Madara. Then he just sinks into the ground and appears in the mirror with Haku. So I'm saying that because I don't really care. I want him to be overpowered. So anyways, then he just goes into a rage after seeing Haku throw a bunch of Senbon at Sasuke. So then after that, the white Zetsu cloak kind of like comes off, like, you know how Obito got his Mangekyo, kind of comes off and then swirls around his eye again. And then a bunch of chains come out of it. Two chains come out of his back and stab, and then wrap around Haku, and then he makes a shadow clone that runs to Haku with a Chidori and stabs him right in the heart, killing Haku. So then we go to Kakashi. Kakashi is charging a Chidori in his ninja hounds are holding down Zabuza. The only thing you can hear is a Chidori, which sounds like 1,000 birds, I'm pretty sure. 1,000 birds, and then he runs at Zabuza, stabbing him in the heart, killing Zabuza. While the ninja hounds poof and go back, because they start summoning poop. So then he sees Madara holding a dead Haku. Then Madara just sinks into the ground. And then Naruto, and then he comes back, and the other Naruto just sinks into the ground while Kakashi isn't looking. So when Kakashi looks away, Naruto basically sinks into the ground and his clone, his wood clone. Then he comes out as normal Naruto. Then he walks over to Sasuke, will run to Sasuke and acts like he's sad. Well, he is sad, but he couldn't show it when he was fighting Haku. Then he's sad, and then he sees what's his name? Oh, I definitely know this, and I'm definitely not searching up. Hired Sabusa to kill Bridge. Oh. Some random dude. Don't mock me. I do not know his name. I don't really. I don't really know it because I don't really focus on that. So basically, anyways, he comes around. Naruto just goes to him, phases right through every other one, and charged up a Chidori, a black Chidori, which is black lightning, and stabs it right through his heart, killing him. And with the mob behind him going after Zabuza and Haku, he takes his sword out and puts it right behind, and then just puts it. He just takes it out barely, puts it back, and all their heads, or all their necks, just start bleeding, and there's a big cut on them all. Then Naruto is praised, making it the Naruto Bridge, the Great Naruto Bridge, I'm pretty sure. Then they get back to Leaf Village, and Naruto does know Konohamaru of going to the Hokage's office and seeing him. So then he sees Konohamaru basically getting held by Kankuro, and Kankuro just being really mad. So Naruto goes up to them and tells Kankuro to let Konohamaru go, or there be a and he says no and throws a punch at Naruto, phasing right through his head. Then gets simply put under a simple genjutsu before he says Naruto does anything. Puts him under the genjutsu, says, "You should have put him down, or there would have been a war starting if I wasn't here." So then he just falls under again to Naruto just unactivates his Sharingan and then just simply walks off with Konohamaru. And Naruto, when he's walking, asks Tamari and then says he knows Gaara's there and he sees him. Gaara's just merely impressed and just scared of Naruto, seeing the bloodthirst in his eyes. So Tamari said they're there for the tuning exams. Naruto said good. If he didn't let it go, he would have either died or there would have been a shinobi war against the hidden sand. So then Kakashi tells him about the tuning exams and gives him the slips for it. They all agree that they want to go in and they give him the slips for it. So then no one really knows who the identity of the Madara Uchiha, who the real identity of Madara Uchiha is. But he's wrote it in the bingo book as a hidden cloud member looks at him and puts Naruto and him in the bingo book, writing a Naruto as an A-class ninja and making Madara uh, S-class ninja as the ranking of 5 in the first page. So right before they're about to start the tuning exams, haven't really went over this. Obito came and tells Naruto he shouldn't really be using his appearance or the mask so much, or they might actually get suspicious of him always being or having like the Mangekyo the same pattern. So he shouldn't use it that much or use the same abilities like the Kamui. He shouldn't be using the Kamui or it would be a little too obvious. So anyways, getting on with the story, Naruto says okay and leaves, and then Obito just sinks into the ground with his mask on, of course. So then basically what happens is Naruto gets ready for the tuning exams with Sasuke. So they live in the same house. Sasuke doesn't know who Naruto was talking to, of him just hearing it when he was walking by Naruto's door. And then just doesn't really care. Then they head out to the tuning exams and then they realize there's a genjutsu and they release them all. Then Rock Lee comes and tells Naruto that he wants to fight him. Naruto asks why, and he tells him that he's in the bingo book as an A-class shinobi. And he seems very familiar to an S-class shinobi named Madara Uchiha. Naruto is just shocked that he's in the bingo book 2 times. Sasuke is even more shocked seeing that his own brother, he's like the only person who he thinks as his brother is like having a brotherly bond is in the bingo book. Anyways, Naruto accepts this. He takes out his Sharingan, a fully mature Sharingan. As Sasuke only having 2 Tomoes in both eyes, Naruto having both 3 Tomoe and the Mangekyo. The internal Mangekyo with Madara's eyes. Anyways, getting to it, Naruto just happily accepts it, and Rock Lee goes in. Naruto just outspeeding Rock Lee so much, beating him up super bad. Guy sees this, and Rock Lee takes his weights off. Guy lets him do it, and then Naruto just simply dodges every attack. Then he just stands still while all of them are phasing right through him. Guy just awfully surprised. Then Naruto just charges him with a Chidori in hand, and Guy just stops it, while the Chidori is still running, thinking that it will just disappear from him holding it, but it doesn't. Then Naruto just deactivates it. And Naruto does have 3 chakra natures: wind, fire, and lightning. During the fight, Naruto did Wind Gale Palm Jutsu and blows Rock Lee away. So then Rock Lee just kind of sad because he was beaten. Neji is just super surprised how an Uchiha could beat Lee, because he's always despising Uchihas and thinking his clan's the best. Anyways, as it goes, they go off and they go into the written exams. Naruto already knows, so he activates Sharingan and looks same with Sasuke. They both look for people who are doing or acting successfully, like they're getting the right answers. Sakura already knows everything, so she writes it down. Then they ask, and then he does a 10 question. Everyone leaves who leaves, everyone stays who stays. So next thing is the Forest of Death. So when they get the Forest of Death, basically Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura stay together, while Naruto sends 100 clones to bring back scrolls. So once one of them gets a scroll and brings it back successfully, they all poof. Anyways, next going on, they go and they're walking close after one of Naruto's clones came back with the scroll. And Naruto sent Kita clone by them, then went to go use the bathroom. Comes back in a swirling vortex, basically Kamui. And then he sees Sakura and Sasuke fighting Orochimaru. Orochimaru trying to make them stop with his bloodthirst that makes Sakura get paralyzed, basically, and can't move. While Sasuke just keep on moving, knowing that Naruto's bloodlust is thousands of times more higher. Naruto just comes and looks at Orochimaru, paralyzing him with the amount of bloodlust coming from his eyes. With his Mangekyo Sharingan active, Orochimaru knows that Naruto is the person hidden under the Madara's mask, having the same Mangekyo pattern as that's in the picture of the bingo book. Anyways, Naruto thinks he paralyzed Orochimaru for enough time. Then Orochimaru comes to Naruto, bites him on the neck, and then Naruto just sits down, screams in pain, but only for a couple seconds as the Hashirama cells kind of make it less hurt. But the curse mark does not leave and gets shooed away because he does not have Kurama. So then he stabbed and then he gets it on Sasuke. He gets the curse mark to Sasuke as Sasuke wasn't looking, thinking that Orochimaru was defeated. Naruto just goes out in pain with wood coming out of his back and out of his hands, just charging at Orochimaru while the white Zetsu just comes over him. While Sakura finds out that the person under the Madara mask was Naruto. Sasuke couldn't see because he passed out from the curse mark. But then Naruto just goes on a rampage, charging Chidoris on Orochimaru. Orochimaru being able to dodge it because Naruto was just in pure anger, couldn't do anything good. Then he tried to put him under the Tsukuyomi as Orochimaru just doesn't look into his eyes. And then just tries to seal back up, thinking that it's Kurama. It tries to seal the nine-tailed fox seal, while knowing that it isn't there anymore. Him being surprised that Naruto's tailed beast has been extracted, just stops and leaves, knowing that he might get caught from the screams that Sakura is giving. Anyways, Sakura is just in pure sad angriness of Orochimaru. Then she takes Naruto and Sasuke's bodies to a tree with a hollow inside and sets them down and puts rags onto their head. Well, the sound ninjas come and tells them that they need Naruto, especially Naruto and Sasuke. And Sakura just denies it. While Naruto gets up earlier because of the Hashirama cells and has a curse mark spread over his body with the Mangekyo Sharingan with wood style coming out of his arms, going crazy, and then having the white Zetsu emerge from him. And yes, he did merge with the white Zetsu, so that means it's inside of his body that can come out at any time and at will. The white Zetsu was purposely made from Obito that told Madara to get the white Zetsu flight from him. and then becomes Naruto's personal white Zetsu. They began having a bond before Madara's death that just merged with inside of him. Then, just of just pure bloodthirst, charges at a mother in the Sokiyomi, charges multiple Chidoris, stabbing them all in the heart. Then they're all dead right there, except for one that runs away and tells Orochimaru that all of them are other dead. Naruto doesn't really care as long as he's gone. Then they make it past to the middle of the tower, the middle of the Forest of Death, bringing their two scrolls, opening it, showing Aruka, I'm pretty sure. And then they just move on, having a fast time. They wait a couple days. Now Naruto and Sasuke are in the hospital. No one else knows, and Sakura doesn't tell anyone, as Naruto tells her never to tell anyone. And then that he's the one under the Madara Uchiha mask. Anyways, after that, Naruto goes, and Naruto and Sasuke pass out after Kakashi puts a seal on their curse marks. Anyways, the preliminary starts, and they all go basically the same, except for Naruto versus Kiba. Kiba is just eerily scared of Naruto. Naruto just easily wins the match by putting Kiba under a Sokiyomi, and he just falls out. He falls unconscious, basically being passed out. Now the 1 month training starts. Oh wait, I gotta go past one more thing. The Hinata vs Neji fight basically never never changes, because Naruto never found a liking, or Hinata never found a liking to Naruto, because Naruto was never like the sweet and kind kid. He was never really ever seeing Hinata. But anyways, Neji just tells Naruto that in the preliminaries that will be him or Sasuke. Naruto just tells him that he wishes, and if he sees him in the preliminaries, he will kill him. So anyways, we're gonna head out to the 1-month training. Naruto already knows the Chidori, so he doesn't get trained. Sasuke basically does the same thing with Kakashi, except being able to use more Chidoris at once in one day. Anyways, Naruto getting just training when he's and going to the hot springs after his training's done to relax, and he sees a man that was white hair and red and I think green clothing looking into the hot springs. The woman inside of the hot springs is Jiraiya, Pervy Sage. Naruto asked the man what he's doing, and all Jiraiya said is, and he also tells him, who even are you? Well, first before he says, what are you doing? Peeper, pervy man, pervert. And then Jiraiya just says that he's not a pervert, he's just doing research, and he's Jiraiya the Great Toad Sage. Naruto just says, more like the Great Pervy Sage. Anyways, Jiraiya tells him that he's training him, he'll train him. Naruto just agrees with it because he just becomes power hungry and wanting to kill Itachi. Anyways, they go off and Jiraiya tries to and teaches Naruto the summoning jutsu. Naruto already knows the summoning jutsu. It's a raven summoning jutsu. I got this from the Anime King. you know, shout outs for him. I'm gonna get this idea. I got this idea from him. So anyways, the summoning jutsu has the Raven has 6 eyes, 6 Sharingans, and Naruto just says he wouldn't want weak, that weak toad summoning contract when he has this Raven that has 6 Sharingan. Gamabuta tells Naruto that the only way that they get that Raven contract would be to be touched by death. Which Naruto is touched by death when the 9 tails are extracted from him. Anyways, going on, Uriah is shocked and thinking that he got it from when the 9 tails were sealed inside of him with the Reaper Death Seal. Anyways, he just agrees and just leaves and goes and does his research. Anyway, moving on, Naruto will enter the tuning exams at the right time and going against Neji. Anyways, I'm going to end part 3 off here, and this is a longer one than usual, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoy.